Welcome to another edition of Sports 360, your weekly dose of all that's happening in the world of sports, right from the news to the buzz in the sporting world. Your window to sporting news that matters, because we do not bring you the noise, but break the clutter to give you news that matter. T20 World Cup has been the showstopper this week, and though the tournament is hosted down under in Australia, Indian team feels at home in the 16-nation rush for glory in the 20-over format of cricketainment. A total of over 272 people have flocked to see India's matches there in the group stage, while Australia's 5 group matches have collected a little over 134,923 people. So you understand why Indian team is on a roll there down under. That's not all. This week has seen European soccer ahead of that World Cup in Qatar, which is going to begin on the 20th of this month. So there are many wow and oh no moments from the world of football. This week also saw social media making a lot of buzz as Twitter was taken over. The sports world loves Twitter. Will that love survive Elon Musk is something that we all would look forward to. I'm Anil Thomas. All this and lots more in the next 30 minutes. Let's get started by taking a look at European football and how the week gone by has panned out. Starting first up with Paris Saint-Germain as they finished second in the Champions League group after Banfica as they pipped them to the top spot on away goals. Kylian Mbappe scores in PSG's 2-1 win at Juventus, but Banfica beat Maccabi Haifa 6-1. AC Milan and RB Leipzig both win to qualify for the last 16 as runner-up. All this and lots more in a Champions League roundup.
Olivier Giroud scored twice and created another goal as AC Milan beat Red Bull Salzburg at the San Siro to progress to the Champions League knockout stage for the first time in 8 years. The Italians needed to avoid defeat in their final Group E game to reach the last 16, while Salzburg needed to win. Giroud headed in an early opener before assisting Raid Krunic to score. Veteran striker Giroud drilled in his second and Junior Messias wrapped it up with a solo goal in stoppage time. The win meant Milan secured second spot in Group E behind Chelsea. Australia's Salzburg go into the Europa League after finishing third. Banfica completed a sensational Champions League group phase by thrashing Maccabi Haifa 6-1 in Israel to overtake PSG and finish top of Group H. Goals from 6 different players got the job done for Banfica, with João Mario's 93rd minute long-range strike proving crucial for the Eagles to match the Parisians on points, goal difference and goals scored. The Portuguese team topped the section by virtue of the number of away goals scored during the campaign. Rico Lewis became the youngest player to score on his first Champions League start as he sparked a Manchester City comeback in a 3-1 win over Sevilla. The 17-year-old right back coolly slotted home the equaliser after Rafa Mir had headed Sevilla into a shock first half lead. City had to call for Kevin De Bruyne from the bench in search of a winner, and he delivered within 3 minutes, setting up Julian Alvarez with a wondrous assist, his 12th of the season. Alvarez then grabbed his second assist of the night when setting up Riyad Mahrez to make the game safe as City finished top of Group G. Paris Saint-Germain beat Juventus 2-1 at the Allianz Stadium in the Champions League. Kylian Mbappe opened the scoring for the French side in the 13th minute before Leonardo Bonucci restored parity shortly before halftime. Nuno Mendes scored the winning goal in the 69th minute, just moments after coming on a substitute. The result means that PSG will face a tougher matchup in the round of 16 as group runners-up, while Juventus will drop down into the Europa League. Chelsea put in a professional display to beat Dinamo Zagreb 2-1 in their final Champions League fixture on Wednesday night. The Blues, who had already sealed top spot in Group E, were punished for a slow start, with Dinamo taking advantage of some sloppy play to take the lead after just 7 minutes through Bruno Petrovic. However, Raheem Sterling capitalized on defensive errors at the other end to smartly find an equalizer before Denis Zakaria arrived into the box unmarked to fire in Chelsea's second after half an hour. Sports Desk, DD India.
Well, Tottenham and Frankfurt are through to the round of 16 after a thrilling conclusion to Group D on a night that also brought wins for Liverpool, Bayern Munich, FC Porto, Ajax and Barcelona.
Liverpool 2, Napoli 0. Liverpool ended Napoli's flawless Champions League record with a victory at Anfield, but still had to settle for second place in Group A. Jurgen Klopp's side were looking to bounce back from Saturday's home defeat by Leeds United, and their spirits will be lifted by late goals from Mohamed Salah and Darwin Núñez, which ended the impressive Serie A leaders' unbeaten 21-game run. Liverpool never looked remotely like securing the 4-goal winning margin they would have needed against Napoli, who have exerted complete domination over the group to finish top, but these 3 points will act as a real boost to morale. Victoria Pleasant 2, Barcelona 4. In the Czech Republic, Ferran Torres scored in each half as Barcelona eased past Victoria Pleasant, but both sides were already eliminated from the competition. Barcelona remained in the third place in Group C behind Bayern Munich and Inter Milan and will drop into Europa League. Victoria Pleasant ended their European campaign without a point. Barcelona struck 6 minutes into the match when defender Marcos Alonso poked the ball over the line. Bayern Munich 2, Inter Milan 0. Bayern Munich completed a perfect group stage by beating fellow qualifiers Inter 2-0 thanks to goal from Benjamin Pavard and Eric Maxim Chopo in their final Group C game. Bayern ended top on 18 points, 8 ahead of the second place Inter, with both the teams having already reached knockout stage. With Bayern and Inter having nothing riding on the game, it was an affair that lived long in the memory. Sporting 1, Eintracht Frankfurt 2. Eintracht Frankfurt staged a second half comeback, scoring twice in 10 minutes to beat host Sporting 2-1 and qualify for the last 16 for the first time, knocking the Portuguese out of the competition. The Europa League champions pulled themselves out of the depths of despair at halftime when they were facing certain elimination with goals from Diachi Kamada and Randall Kolo Muani. After the break left the pitch as unlikely winners. Eintracht finished the Group D in second place on 10 points from 6 games, with Tottenham Hotspur top on 11 after their last gasp 2-1 victory at bottom place Olympique Marseille. Sporting are third and will continue in the Europa League. Porto 2, Atletico Madrid 1. Goals from Mehdi Taremi and Stefan Eustáquio helped Porto secure 2-1 win at home to Atletico Madrid to finish top of Group B. Porto had already qualified for the last 16 but leapfrogged Club Brugge to finish as group winners with 12 points, 1 point ahead of the Belgians who also went through. Sports Desk, DD India.
Well, after a look at European action, it's time now to take a look at the World Cup venues. The 2022 FIFA World Cup will kick off in Qatar on the 20th of October. I beg your pardon, the 20th of November. Matches will take place in 8 stadiums spread across 5 cities, each within a 55-kilometer radius from the capital of Doha. Except for the Khalifa International Stadium, all other stadiums were constructed over the last 3 years, keeping the FIFA World Cup in mind.
While Lusail Stadium and Al Bayt Stadium are the 2 flagship venues for the FIFA World Cup 2022, there are 6 other arenas across Qatar that will play a crucial role in the tournament. Sitting on the edge of the desert, 20 km west of the central Doha, is Ahmed bin Ali Stadium. It was specifically built for the World Cup and replaced the original stadium that used to be there. The 40,000 capacity venue's facade is meant to reflect the sand dunes of the region, while the geometric patterns are designed to showcase the beauty of the desert, native flora and fauna, as well as local and international trade. The first match it will host is USA vs Wales on November 21, and it will also stage a round of 16 fixture. Al Janoub Stadium is another 40,000 capacity venue. It is situated in Al Wakra, 22 kilometers south of the central Doha. The arena's design is a tribute to the sails of Qatar's traditional dhow boats. It will host 6 group matches starting with France vs Australia on 22nd November as well as 1 round of 16 fixture. The Al Tumama Stadium is often seen firstly from above as many international flights descend over the venue. The 40,000 capacity arena is located 12 kilometers south of central Doha. Its circular shape is inspired by the gaffia, the traditional woven cap adorned by men and boys all across the Arab world. Senegal and the Netherlands kick off their campaigns at the stadium on 21st of November with the round of 16 and quarter-final match also to be played there. Surrounded by universities, Education City Stadium sits 7 km northwest of central Doha. The 40,000 capacity venue gets its first taste of the tournament on 22nd of November with a fixture between Denmark and Tunisia. It will also host a round of 16 match and a quarter-final. Arguably the most recognizable venue at the tournament, the Khalifa International Stadium has been Qatar's main football arena since 1976. It's no stranger to hosting big occasions, having previously staged FIFA Club World Cup and the IAAF World Athletic Championships. Located in Al Rayyan, just 5 km west of central Doha, the stadium received an upgrade for the tournament, including 12,000 more seats and digital lighting. England and Iran play their first match at the stadium on 21st of November, and it will also host a round of 16 match and the third place playoff. Perhaps the most eye-catching of all stadium for the tournament is the Stadium 974. The 40,000 capacity venue is built entirely from shipping containers and steel and is the first fully demountable covered football stadium. Located 10 km east of central Doha, the arena's design is a nod to the country's tradition of worldwide trade and seafaring. The 974 in the stadium's name is international dialing code for Qatar and the exact number of the shipping container used in construction. Mexico and Poland will play their first match there on 22nd, while the stadium will also host a round of 16 match. Sports Desk, DD India.
Well, the 2022 FIFA World Cup is just round the corner, with France hoping to become the first team to successfully defend their title since Brazil did so 60 years ago. Sports 360 takes a look at 6 of the world's best players who will be competing in the tournament.
Lionel Messi, Argentina. Arguably the greatest player of all time, Messi has yet to emulate past legends Pele and Diego Maradona by winning football's biggest prize. He did finally win a major international tournament with Argentina when he was driving force behind their Copa America triumph last year. The 35-year-old has said that this will likely be his last World Cup and will be desperate to go one better than 2014 when Argentina lost the final to Germany in extra time. Lionel Scaloni's side have high hopes of winning a third world title heading into the tournament on a 35-match unbeaten run. Cristiano Ronaldo, Portugal. Messi's long-time rival for the status of world's best player, Ronaldo will also surely be appearing at the World Cup for the final time, aged 37. International football's all-time record scorer recently netted the 700th club goal of his career. Ronaldo won an emotional title at Euro 2016 in Portugal, but their best effort with him on a global stage remains a semi-final exit in 2006. He will be expecting to score in a record-breaking 5th straight World Cup, surpassing Pele, Miroslav Klose and Sila. Kylian Mbappe, France. His France teammate Karim Benzema is the current Ballon d'Or holder, but the world champion's most important player remains Mbappe. More than 4 years since his start at the 2018 World Cup, the Paris Saint-Germain forward became the first teenager to score in a World Cup final since Pele with his strike in France's 4-2 victory over Croatia. Mbappe, now 23, has denied reports he is attempting to leave PSG mid-season just months after signing a lucrative new contract. After winning the Best Young Player trophy in Russia, he will have his eyes set on senior prize this time around. Sadio Mane, Senegal. The Bayern Munich winger, who finished second in Ballon d'Or voting behind Benzema, will be tasked with inspiring Senegal into the knockout stage. All 5 American nations were knocked out in the group stage in 2018, but there are high hopes the continent's champions can go deep into the tournament. Mane scored the winning penalty in a shootout as Senegal beat Egypt and his former Liverpool teammate Mohamed Salah to qualification. The 30-year-old's team have been given a kind draw alongside Qatar, the Netherlands and Ecuador in Group A as they bid to at least match the country's shock run to the 2002 quarterfinals. Neymar, Brazil. Brazil head into tournament as favourites to win a record-extending 6th World Cup. The strong form of Neymar this season for PSG will be a big plus point for the coach Tite after a difficult spell for the 30-year-old. Neymar heads to Qatar just 2 goals short of equaling Pele's all-time Brazil scoring record, albeit having already played 29 more matches. The Selecao were beaten by Belgium in the quarterfinals 4 years ago, leaving Neymar still waiting to make up for 2014 when he missed the humiliating 7-1 semi-final thrashing by Germany on home soil through injury. Son Heung-min, South Korea. The Tottenham forward is undoubtedly Asian football's biggest star, and he will carrying South Korea's hopes in a tight-looking Group H. Son shared the Premier League Golden Boot last season with Liverpool's Salah. Despite not taking penalties for Spurs, he has netted 35 times in 104 internationals, including the second goal of the Koreans' stunning 2018 win over Germany, which dumped the reigning champions out of the group stage. Son has not always been at his best this term, but a recent run of 7 goals in 7 games for club and country shows he has lost none of his potency. Sports Desk, DD India.
Well, an MOU signed between FIFA, Ministry of Education and the All India Football Federation on the Football for Schools program. Union Minister for Education, Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Dharmendra Pradhan, FIFA President Gianni Infantino and Ministers Nishit Pramanik, Deepak Kesarkar, AIFF President Kalyan Chaube were also present on the occasion.
The popularity of football in the country is gradually increasing. In the recently concluded Under-17 Women's World Cup in India, even though the Indian team has not been able to show good performance, but India's participation in the international tournament has attracted youth of the country towards football. With the aim of making football more popular among the youth across the country, an MOU was signed between FIFA, Ministry of Education and All India Football Federation on the Football for Schools program. Union Minister for Education, Skill Development and Entrepreneurship Dharmendra Pradhan, FIFA President Infantino and Ministers Nitish Pramanik and Deepak Kesarkar along with AIFF President Kalyan Chaube were present on the occasion. Attending the event, Union Minister for Education Dharmendra Pradhan said 25 million students will be trained as footballers in India.
हमने टारगेट रखा है आने वाले 4 साल में भारत सरकार, विभिन्न राज्य सरकार, भारत सरकार की ओर से नवोदय विद्यालय संगठन को नोडल एजेंसी बनाया गया है। 700 जिले में स्कूल्स को फुटबॉल के साथ उसकी प्रैक्टिस, उसकी टेक्निक्स और प्रत्यक्ष फुटबॉल फीफा AIFF के माध्यम से AIFA के माध्यम से फुटबॉल उपलब्ध कराएगी, उसको स्कूल तक पहुंचाया जाएगा, राज्य सरकारों को ऑन बोर्ड लिया जाएगा और भारत में 25 मिलियन यानी 2.5 करोड़ बच्चों को फुटबॉल के साथ जोड़ा जाएगा.
The minister added that creating sports as a mainstream education in the system is one of the aims of the national education policy. Students will play football and that credit will help them in future. Around 700 Navodaya Vidyalaya, which is a network of schools run by Government of India, will be the nodal agency for football in India.
राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति 2020 में एक महत्वपूर्ण रिकमेंडेशन था बच्चों को शारीरिक रूप में स्वस्थ रखना. देश में नया क्रेडिट फ्रेमवर्क प्रधानमंत्री जी के आदेश से लागू हो गई है, जिसके कारण आने वाले दिनों में खेल को भी क्रेडिट कन्वर्ट किया जा सकता है. कोई अच्छा खिलाड़ी हो, फुटबॉल हो, क्रिकेट हो, एथलेटिक्स हो, हॉकी हो, ये सारे खेलों में कोई बच्चा अच्छा करता है तो उसकी खेल के हिस्से को भी क्रेडिट कन्वर्टेबिलिटी करवा दिया जाएगा.
FIFA President Infantino said with this program, India becomes the leader of football in the world.
Yes, future. India is a great nation. India is a continent in itself. India has a lot of skills, not just from a football point of view, of course, but in all other areas as well. But most importantly, India has a big heart and a great passion, and these are exactly the ingredients that we need in football as well. So I'm proud and happy of this partnership with the government of India, with the All India Football Federation.
Notably, Football for Schools is an ambitious program run by FIFA and UNESCO which aims to contribute to the development, education and empowerment of around 700 million children around the world. Sports Desk, DD India.
Well, football in India is spreading its wings, but shifting focus to the English team. England have been drawn into Group B of the 2022 FIFA World Cup along with Iran, United States of America and Wales. England managed to reach the finals of the Euros 2020 tournament but succumbed to Italy in the finals. This close call with an international trophy has made England fans and players even more hungry to lift an international trophy and will be very motivated to go all the way and win the 2022 FIFA World Cup.
There have been plenty of nearly men in the annals of world soccer, nations with all ingredients to deliver on the biggest stage, but who ended up with just crumbs for comfort. England under Gareth Southgate are the latest to own that unwanted label they had to Qatar World Cup finals, still saddled with ending an interminable wait for silverware. The year 1966, when England won their home World Cup, has haunted a succession of managers from Ron Greenwood to Terry Venables to Glenn Hoddle and Fabio Capello. None came as close to delivering what the nation craves as Southgate, whose side reached the semi-finals of the 2018 World Cup where they lost to Croatia having led, and then the final of Euro 2020 at the Wembley only to suffer penalty heartache against Italy. They are getting closer, and if the incremental pattern of progress continues, Southgate and his players will fly home from the Middle East with a trophy for an open-top-up bus parade that would bring the capital to a standstill. It is a very big if, though. Suddenly the air of expectancy around the squad led by Harry Kane and loaded with players who excel in some of the Premier League's biggest clubs has been replaced by good old hope. Since that defeat by Italy, there is distinct feeling that England have plateaued, that Southgate has become prone to overthinking, and that whole adds up to rather less than the sum of the shiny parts. In actual fact, the months leading to the World Cup have been a masterclass in how to lower expectations. Since thrashing San Marino 10-0 to conclude a relatively smooth ride through a soft qualification group, England have gone 6 competitive games without a win for the first time since 1958, and there are question marks all over the pitch. Until a late flurry of goals in a 3-3 draw with Germany at Wembley in a Nations League dead rubber in their last match before their opener against Iran in Qatar, England had gone almost 6 games without a goal from open play. For all the midfield flair at Southgate's disposal, likes of Phil Foden, Jack Grealish and Bukayo Saka, they are heavily reliant on Kane to score goals. In defence, especially in the centre, England have looked anything but solid with 8 goals conceded in their last 3 games, and Harry Maguire, a player to whom Southgate has remained unshakably loyal, having a torrid time. And in midfield, Southgate's preference for caution has tended to stifle the attacking threat his team should possess. On paper, England have the potential for a deep run in Qatar, but it might need Southgate to allow his team to throw a little caution to the wind in the desert if they are to silence those who doubt their ability to finally deliver. Sports Desk, DD India.
Well, it's been an overdose of football there. Shifting focus to badminton. In badminton, Indian doubles pair of Satvik Sairaj, Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty bagged the biggest title of their career, claiming the French Open Super 750 crown with a straight game decimation of the Chinese Taipei combine of Lu Qing'ao and Wang Po Han in the men's doubles final in Paris. The world number 8 pair defeated Lu and Yang 25th, 21-13, 21-19. They became the first Indian men's doubles pair to win the French Open doubles crown.
The star Indian pair of Satvik Sairaj, Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty won the French Open Super 750 crown with a straight game demolition of Chinese Taipei's Lu Qing'ao and Yang Po Han in the men's doubles final on Sunday. The world number 8 pair, who had finished runners-up in the 2019 edition, rode on their formidable attack to outwit the 25th ranked Lu and Yang 21-13, 21-19 in the summit clash that lasted 48 minutes. The Indian pair thus continued their dream run this year, which saw them win the Indian Open Super 500 title, Commonwealth Games gold, Thomas Cup crown and an unprecedented bronze at the World Championships in August. In a battle between two attacking teams, it was Satvik and Chirag who emerged victorious as they showed better tactical acumen and hunger to reign supreme over their rivals. The Indian pair came out all cylinders blazing to jump to a 5-0 lead. They kept moving ahead, not giving any chance to their opponent to make a comeback. Eventually, it was a great serve by Satvik that helped them to take a 6-point cushion at the mid-game break. The Indian duo continued to dominate the fast-paced rallies and earned 7 game-point opportunities after a series of flat exchanges, and Chirag sealed it on the first chance. The Taipei pairing needed a good start in the second game and they looked competitive initially, but the Indian duo once again ensured a 6-point cushion at the interval. However, the Indians were guilty of taking the foot away from the pedal as Lu and Yang started taking control of the rallies, narrowing it down to 10-12. A service error from Lu Xingyao broke the run of points, but they soon drew parity at 14-14 when Chirag went long. A couple of mistakes from Chirag, including a service error, handed the Taipei combination the lead. The Indians, however, quickly clawed back at 19-19 after winning a lucky net cord and Yang sending one wide from the net. They moved to one match point with a towering smash from Satvik, who sealed it with another attacking return. Meanwhile, Union Sports Minister Anurag Singh Thakur congratulated them and tweeted that congratulations to Indian badminton men's doubles duo Satvik Sairaj and Chirag Shetty for becoming the first ever Indian doubles pair to win a BWF World Tour Super 750 title by winning the 2022 French Open. Well done! Notably, it is the pair's third World Tour title following the 2019 Thailand Open Super 500 and India Open Super 500 this year. They are also the first Indian duo to win a Super 750 tournament. Sports Desk, DD India.
Well, Rafael Nadal was handed a shock defeat from Tommy Paul at the Paris Masters over the week as the Spaniard played his first singles match since the US Open 4th round and after becoming a father. Nadal took the first set 6-3, but the American rallied back to win the second set in a tie break before breezing through the deciding set to stun the world number 2 seed 3-6, 7-6, 6-1. Nadal praised Paul for his aggressive style in the match and also sounded pessimistic about his chances of winning the season-ending ATP finals for the first time when the best 8 players gather in Turin later this month.
To Tommy, things that happens sometimes, but no, it's good. No, I think he played aggressive, a lot of great shots. I had my match in that second set with set and break. I played a terrible game there, so yeah. I didn't deserve the victory playing that bad in that key moment. No? So until that moment was okay, a good match for me, knowing that is my first match since a while. Then in these surf races especially, you cannot make mistakes with your surf. No, I don't know, of course. I mean, for me it's difficult to imagine now arriving in the World Tour Finals in a shape, in enough good shape to win a tournament like this one that I didn't win during all my tennis career, and to play against the best players of the world since the first day, you need to be there under rhythm conditions. That will not happen. So the only thing that I can do is try to be there earlier, have some good practice with the guys, and then give my best on the court. No?
Well, so Nadal sounding not very optimistic about the season-ending ATP finals, which he's never won in his career. Well, that's all we have time for, but remember that playing sports is fun, but the practice field teaches more than just that. This week, as we say goodbye, we talk about sports teaching us as individuals invaluable life lessons that will apply to just about anything you pursue for the rest of your life. 5 sporting lessons that we are talking about. First, practice makes better. Next, check your priorities. Third, play well with others and share the credit. Nothing ventured, nothing gained should be what we are looking at as fourth point. And finally, you won't always win, and that's okay. Well, that's it from me and my entire sports team in this edition of Sports 360. Play sports, watch sports, enjoy life. Bye for now.